Hello duelists, welcome to MST.TV. I'm Tombox, and today we'll be discussing about a card that was just released in Secrets of Eternity. The card is Stellarknight Constellar Diamond! Donkey. Not that one. Okay, let's go over the card text of Diamond. Stellarknight Constellar Diamond is a light attribute rank 5 monster. It's a worm type, and the summoning condition of Diamond is you need 3 or more level 5 light monsters. However, during your main phase 2, you can also exceed summon this card using a Stellarknight Exceed monster you control as an Exceed material, except Diamond, so you can't overlay over himself. The Exceed materials attached will be attached to Diamond now. The continuous effect of this card is, while this card has Exceed materials under him, neither player can send cards from the deck to the graveyard, and any cards that return from the graveyard to the hand is banished instead. During either player's turn, this is the quick effect, when a dark monster activates its effect, you can detach one material from this card and negate the activation of this card, and if you do, destroy it. This card effect is not limited to once per turn, so we can do it multiple times. This card at first glance may seem like the ultimate out to Shaddolls and even BA, but if you consider this procedure that you have to take when playing this cards and the thought and the risk that you have to take, it's actually pretty fair. For some of the risk that involves Diamond include when you use an Exceed monster to overlay on top from Deltaros or Triver, you lose their floating capability. So Deltaros you cannot summon from the deck if it's sent to the graveyard, or Triver you can't summon from the graveyard. The second risk involved playing Diamond is the choice of whether or not you want to detach off of Triver or Deltaros first before making Diamond. Detaching first has its advantages, where you can send the Deneb back into the graveyard, so even when you make Diamond, you can still advance plays when you summon your Altair to revive it, so you can keep your plays going. But the risk involved is, if you pop the wrong card with Deltaros, or you pluck the wrong card with Triver, it can actually backfire and kill your Diamond in the long run, because it sets up your opponent for a counterplay. You'll have to judge whether or not you want to save up your negations for some of the more important cards against your opponent. Now, as a Shadoll player, you must really hate this card because it blocks out your Shadoll fusion. It seriously is the biggest floodgate aside from Emptiness and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. But there are many ways for you to get around it. Let's start with your spell options. You run Snatch Steal, you run Raigeki, and Book of Moon. All 3 of these immediately cancels out Diamond. But let's talk in terms of your monsters. Construct will kill Diamond, because Construct is light. If you summon a Denko Sekka and then go into a Construct, you can just run over the Diamond on the opposing board. And you don't have to worry about Honest either, because Diamond is special summoned, so Construct's effect will destroy it, and Diamond cannot negate it. The second Shadoll monster out requires you to fusion summon a El Shadoll Shikanaga in defense mode, so you don't get run over by Diamond, and then setting a Dragon or a Squamata and getting their flip effects off to kill Diamond. So if you flip the Dragon or the Squamata and target the Diamond on the opposing board, most likely he will have to negate it. But since Shikanaga is on board, the moment he activates his effect, you can chain your effect to negate his activation and then destroy it, and then send one Shadoll monster from your hand to the graveyard, which is awesome because you get that effect too. And Diamond is dead. Now, if I missed any methods for Shadoll players to get rid of this card, please let me know in the comment section below so we can add more to our options. Now, for Burning Abyss, this card shuts down your Dante really hard. You can't detach to mill cards because you can't send cards from the deck to the graveyard. Any card you add back with Dante will get banished, so you won't even add anything if they kill your Dante. And that's pretty big. And of course, all your regular Burning Abyss monsters, they are all dark, so he can negate it. So what are some of the outs you have? The best outs are obviously using your trap options. If you can use your traps to get rid of them, it won't cost you as many resources as using monsters. For traps, you have Karma Cut, you have Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, of course you have Fire Lake too, which is whoa, I hate that card. Now for your monster options, this is not optimal, but there are some cards that really get rid of this card. Most of these options will require you to have 3 monsters in your hand, preferably a Graph, a Seer, Rubik would be nice too, and Farfa, the one that banishes a card until the end phase. Now, these cards can go into Virgil or Acid Golem or any of the rank 3s that you believe that is an option to run this card over. That'd be great. But for some of the cards that you have to be aware of, even though you're making these monsters, is if your opponent has Dimensional Prisons against you, or if you're going to use your traps and he has Wiretaps or Stellar Nova Alpha, that really screws you up a little because your outs might not work as smoothly as you think. Personally, I believe the best way to fight against Diamond as BA is to prevent him from coming out before they are able to set up Diamond. Because dealing with Diamond really costs a lot of resources and might not always work out. But if you prevent the Diamond from coming out, you're like way ahead already. If I missed any options for BA, please let me know, so we can add more to the options for BA to kill off Stellarknights. The first thing to note about this card is it is a worm type monster. That means your opponent cannot use Battle Guard Howling, because that card only works when they control a warrior type monster. The second thing to note is Construct will kill this card because it is a light attribute card, and you cannot negate light attribute card using Diamond. So what do you think of Stellarknight Diamond? Sorry, Stellarknight Constellar Diamond. That's a really stupid name. But that's it for this episode. If you like what you saw, please give us a like. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Check out our other videos, download PDT app. Also, we will be doing more online duels soon, and we will be doing live duels with commentary using our new 2-player mat. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's it for now. Until next time, please hold on to your MST.TV.